stand. So forgive me if you see my camera shaking a little bit. I got to control my legs. You know, I'm like a little kid. I'm just like,
A lot of excitement. You know what I can't wait for is because we've opened this immortal universe wide open. Now, like I'm reading season 2, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's just gonna it gets better and better and
oh,
better.
wait. Oh, you've been reading season 2.
Yeah, season 2 of Interview. We're gonna start production. I know. Okay, so I was feeling like we should just do a lightning round and go like I ask you a question about Mayfair,
Okay.
you interview, and we just go back and forth.
Sure. Let's have at it.
Okay.
Let's have at it.
So, what's it been like joining the Immortal universe, the Anne Rice Immortal universe?
It's been wild, man. You like anytime you join some sort of universe, you know, whether it's like MCU or, you know, but to have your own, come on, like that's like a dream come true. And it's like there's no telling where it will go, where it'll end. So the options are just like so gigantic. So I'm so excited and really stoked to see where that goes. How about you?
No, I feel the same way. And it's really a blessing that we started it out. We are part of the first seasons of these
Yeah,
incredible stories. And what Anne Rice did is she gave us the beginning of her books. She gave us the beginning of incredibly complex, and I would say even once in a lifetime characters. So I'm really
absolutely.
very blessed.
I mean, I guess one of the questions that they asked is like, what would you say to her? Like, if you had the opportunity to speak with Anne Rice, you're like, what would you say to her? What would you ask her?
You I was cast right before she passed away. So I always like say like thank you, Anne Rice, for giving me the blessing to play Claudia, because she is
Yeah,
so complex and loved character. I think I would just say thank you. But I honestly would want to know what started the journey out for her. You know,
exactly.
there's some people that like have dreams and then they wake up and then they start writing. There's some
Yeah,
people that are like, my life, I knew I wanted to tell this story. I want to know, like, really, if I was able to sit down with Anne Rice and say, what started it for you? What was like that aha moment?
absolutely. Because I think, you know, anytime you write stories, you're writing from a very personal space. You know, personal experiences. You know, traumas, be it good or bad. You know, so it would be interesting to be like, take me through the journey of your mind. Like,
Yes, but
how?
that's the beauty of Anne Rice, is she writes stories that we talk about trauma, but not in a way that makes you want to like relive all your trauma. You
Yeah,
are able to kind of find a way out through these characters, find the solution. And it's so refreshing. And it's hidden in these vampire witch stories. The
absolutely.
practice
You know,
of getting healing.
question of healing, immortality. You know, what does that look like? You know, is it even real? You know, and you know what happens if you do have immortality? Is this something that we all cherish and want? You know, imagine living 600 years and living and experiencing the world that you have. Is this something that you'd be like, oh, this was a great idea. I want to live for another 100 years. Let me see where it's like, it's depending on
No,
the person, you know?
everyone on this live right now, let us know, or do you want to be immortal, or you're like, nah? Because personally, I I think life is precious because we have limited amount of time. So I don't know if I want to live forever. Like I'm very much no, I'm okay.
Yeah, you're totally right on that one there. All right. Okay.
Wait,
So let me
oh,
ask you,
most fun scene to shoot on Mayfair Wishes.
most fun. Well, you know what? Every single one of them was fun because, like you alluded to, like because it's a new show, everything is new. We're all trying to figure it out, and so there wasn't a decisive way we're trying to handle our show. So I think that's where the fun came in. It was like, well, let's try this and let's try something different. But every scene and every day was different. So I definitely will encompass the entire experience as fun because it's the first time you're doing a show like that. You know, it's not going to come back again like the first of anything. You know, by the way, congratulations today.
Thank
Congratulations. I am so,
you.
so happy for you and everybody involved in that. Y'all kicked it. And your character was amazing. I told you, I may or may not have cried, but I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing.
No, I know. Well, thank you. I think that's the beauty of everyone that's a part of like the Anne Rice shows is we actually love acting so much and we support each other so, so hard. I love
Yeah.
that the team was like, hey, we know you and Tongayi follow each other. And I was like, the first day that we met, like I remember my mom was there and we would not stop talking because there's just this light for life
Yeah.
and creativity that we had. And I'm so happy that they were like, you guys follow each other. Let's do
Yeah, let's
Zoom so
just
you guys can just
go with y'all.
acting.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So what was your fun moment on set? What did you enjoy filming?
Can I just, it was honestly very difficult. I think I had a lot of, like, Claudia is very, very dark, and playing her, I understand her mind. So we got a lot of dark spaces. But I think what was fun is becoming the actor after you do all of that. I
Yeah.
think that, so it's almost like everything. The journey was the fun part because when you reach the destination of becoming a stronger actor, you're like, wow, I didn't even realize how worth really diving in, giving my whole heart, my whole soul to this character would result in the end.
Well, but y'all killed it, man. Y'all killed it.
Yeah.
It was such a joy and a marvel to watch you guys just do your thing, man. It looked like poetry,
Yeah.
So man, it was sublime. I really, really enjoyed that.
Thank you. Well, that's Anne Rice as well. Also, Assad is in here, who is going to be playing Armand, and we had like that ending where it was really like crazy. And he just joined, and I just want to let everyone know he was in a little bit of season 1, but season 2, I'm reading it, and my jaw is hitting the floor. We are like opening all the characters up even more than they were in season 1.
Ooh, okay, okay.
I know.
Just keep us in that suspenseful mode then.
Yeah,
All right. Okay.
going to have to.
Oh,
And then is today the finale of Mayfair
yes,
Witches?
it is. Yes, it is. It's crazy to think about that. It's coming to an end. But I
Have you been
mean,
watching it episode by episode, or
oh
did you?
yeah, oh yeah. Every Sunday, every Sunday. Like I don't watch it. I don't watch it on Thursday because I like that. When I'm resting on a Sunday, I'm gonna check it out. But yeah, man, it's gonna be one for the books. Can't say too much, but it's a beautiful setup for a second season, and for a lot of people, the context of the book, the initial book, The Witching Hour, it follows the book to the T. So if you've read the book, you probably have a good idea. But that's the great thing about the writers on this show, that they've been so good at keeping the material alive and the essence and the spirit of Anne Rice. So very, very excited for people to see this, and let us know what you think when you check it out later on in a couple of hours, actually.
No, absolutely. And I love how I really feel going back to this Immortal universe is each, we did season 1 of Interview with the Vampire, then Mayfair Witches came out, and I feel like then Interview with the Vampire season 2, and it's like I feel like it's layers and
Yeah,
slow and be fun watching unfold and everything connect. I'm
yeah,
very happy if the fans are picking up on the Easter eggs and seeing work together. And you're right, the writers really care. They love Anne Rice. They love
yeah.
her. But now it's like, how can we introduce Anne Rice to people who maybe have never heard of her? And I think the writers do that in such a beautiful way.
And look, and it's a testimony to those that have been watching. I don't call them fans; I call them friends. That have been watching these shows. The reason that why we have a second season is because people have been watching, and it's connected with them in some way, shape, or form. So we're eternally grateful for that. And I always say thank you to my friends, because it's a tough world to live in, and not everybody's going to have your back. So to have a group of people that support you and what you do, especially the shows, you become more than fans. You know, you touch something very, very dear to us, which is, you know, our art and wanting to express that to the rest of the world. So thank you to everyone that's been watching.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
so much. And that is a great segue to answer some fan questions. I've seen them asking, asking, asking. So I'm very excited about this. So what was the Ryan and Till said, what was the most difficult part about becoming the character of Claudia? Um, I think now looking back at it, I think the most difficult part was making her my own. I think while I was doing the difficult part was how dense the text was. I mean, the writing is truly, truly beautiful. But looking back at it, I think there was a lot of pressure that I didn't even realize of, okay, now she's 14 years old. She's Creole. How are we going to approach this? But I think after I got past that, subconsciously,
Mm-hmm.
it was beautiful.
Well, those are the stepping stones, right? Just making and creating the character. You know, it's the building blocks that you got so many options and so many ways of playing it, but you've got to play it as true to the material, number one, but also infusing it with who you are. You know, and also, like you say, you know, because your character was so dark, you had to go into places that you necessarily would never in your entire existence, you know. But it's testament to show you that, you know, when human beings are put in certain extreme situations, we're all capable of doing anything and everything, you know. But for you to do it the way you did and to come back and still smile, come on now. Come on now.
Thank you. But then that tribe that you surround yourself with. I was very grateful anytime I was on set. I had Jacob and Sam were always making sure, like, are you okay? The
Mm-hmm.
directors, they always wanted to make sure that we were all okay. And it's important because if you feel like you have a team, you're going to be able to dive in because, you know,
Yeah,
worst comes to worst, they'll be able to bring you back up and remind you of who you are. So thank you for that. That means a lot.
that's what's
What
up.
I want to know, how did you feel when you got the role?
I was ecstatic. I mean, like I always joke, like, first of all, it's a job, okay? Okay, somebody. But I mean, I already alluded to it. I mean, it's having the opportunity to build something from scratch, you know, and that really comes along all that often. So to be a part of that, to just say, okay, we're building something together, and there are no wrong choices, there are no wrong questions to ask. You know, we'll figure this thing out together. So I think that for me was the biggest takeaway, just being able to create and not be afraid that you're going to get shut down because your choices were kind of weird. I mean, it's
No,
Anne
but
Rice. You know, it's
I
already a weird country.
say that it's Anne Rice. So how weird can it get? And we get weird,
Yeah,
and it's exciting because it's like I've said before, like it gets to be an escape. They do go through very real life problems,
yeah,
but in this fantasy world, it's exciting, and you feel like you can escape in it.
absolutely, absolutely.
Uh,
Uh,
let's.
let's see.
I am
I'm
looking.
scrolling up. Uh,
Um, I'll say what was someone wants to know. MSig125 wants to know what was my reaction when I found out I was going to play a vampire, which is a question, you know, are you team vampire or team witch?
hey, listen, I am Team Sip. Okay, I am Team Sip through and through, man. The Talamasco representing. Okay.
You're like, I don't care, whatever it is, I am simping.
I am Team Sip, the Talamasca, which is the Easter egg, one of them, you know, because like we monitor, like, you know, we monitor the witches, the vampires, the ghosts, and stuff like that. And, you know, Sip got some pretty cool powers of his own.
Mm-hmm.
So why, I mean, maybe if I was to choose, maybe I'll just be like, hey, yo, somebody just buy me so I can have immortal life and I'll still have my powers and do what I need to do.
Oh, because then you could have both. Oh,
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So Team Sip, Vampy Sip, you know what I'm saying?
so
All day.
Immortal is team Anne Rice. I think that is definitely the ultimate team Anne Rice. I think I would have to be Bailey would want to be team witch because they don't necessarily live forever, but if they want to, they can live forever, which I find very
You have a
fascinating.
choice. Right.
Exactly. But then I have so much love for Claudia that I'll be team vampire just because I'm competitive and I have my own team. So I'm gonna say my final answer will be team vampire. But when I found out I was gonna play a vampire, honestly, from an actor's point of view, and Tanja, you can correct me if you don't necessarily feel the same way, but reading the script, I see them as kind of like as people and just characters.
Hmm.
And then like the fantasy is just an extra level of excitement. I was just excited to play a role that I think I like auditioned about 5 times, and I was excited to play a role that really is a once in a lifetime opportunity, it feels
Yeah.
like. I mean, I period piece. She's a Creole, which you don't see all the time on TV. I get to do
Right.
Orleans dialect. We get to have some fun stunt sequences, but then those really raw emotions where I get to tap into hysterically crying and screaming on screen. So I get to touch all of those elements with the laughter and comedy as well. So
Yeah.
I think it was less, oh my gosh, I'm going to play a vampire. More like, oh my goodness, I have the blessing of playing this character.
That's what's up. So what do you think about crossovers? Dun, dun, dun,
Oh,
dun.
I'm so down. I'm so down. What do you think?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Like, I mean, like, because, the Telemasker, are kind of like everywhere. So it would be nice to have, me pop in at some point and be just kind of like, hey, what's going on around here?
Yeah.
These people that are seemingly, because one question was, do the witches know about the vampires? And I was like, I don't know if the witches know, but I'm sure the Talamaska have an idea of, who Lestat is and Claudia and all these kind of stories. So I think we're the ones with the information, the gatekeepers, if you
Yeah.
will. So
Yeah. No,
yeah. So I'm coming for y'all. I'm coming for y'all.
I love it. Oh, I love it. And it's going to be so, I'm definitely excited to see what paths, because there's so many paths that we can take with this Anne Rice universe. I'm so excited to see what we're going to do, what more we're going to create, because I think there's so many ways that we can go. But crossovers are so fun. And I feel like a lot of times it's not like the audience can be disappointed, but I feel like we've done such a great job. The writers have done such a great job in
Yeah,
carrying their feelings and what they want. So I think if we do a crossover, it's going to be extremely unexpected, but really exciting.
you're right about that. You're right about that. Can you give me one of your favorite bloopers of season one?
I we definitely laugh a lot. So after we played vampires, so we're shooting a lot at nighttime. Like after 3 a.m., all of us lose
Brutal.
ourselves. Like at it's always around 3 a.m. The scene in episode 4 where Claudia and Louis are in the boat and she's catching fireflies. After a certain we got up to like 6 a.m. I think that's when I left that day. So we were shooting through the morning and a rooster started crowing. So and not only were we starting to lose our lines
Right,
because we
right.
were exhausted, but the rooster started crowing somewhere in the woods. What's
I
your favorite blue? This is really entertaining though. No one knows the chaos that happens like in between the scenes.
I totally get what you're saying when you get to that delusional stage, and now everything is just funny. So I can just imagine after like a 12-hour day, a rooster's going on, and now you and your cuckoo mind, you start. Anyway, I get it, but my one blooper, I can't say exactly what it is because it'll be a spoiler, but there was it was between me and Jack, who plays Lasher. So we were kind of having a conversation about the events that take place in this forthcoming episode, and we just had the time of our lives. Like I think there were a couple of people on set just looking at us like, y'all can't be serious about what it is that you're talking about right now. But we found it to be extremely hilarious. So even in the set, while we were filming, like we just look at each other and we just start cracking up. But if you see tonight, you probably have an idea of what it is that we're trying to, what I'm alluding to. But
yes, and
that was one of the.
guess what Tongayi saying, and comment on his post and see if you guessed it right. Mayfair Witches tonight. What time is it going to air tonight?
It's gosh, it's a good question. I'm not forgetting now.
To give
Wait,
Immortal will be
wait. 9 and 6 yeah, PT 9 ET time.
yes, and then 6 Pacific.
Yeah, yeah,
There's
yeah.
so many time zones, but
PT, yeah, 6 o'clock LA time, 9 p.m. New York time. If you're in between there, figure it out. It's somewhere there.
Mayfair tonight, and you can binge all the Anne Rice Universe shows, Interview with the Vampire, Mayfair Witches on AMC Plus. Thank you guys so much for giving us so much love, supporting our characters, our show. It means so much to us. At the end of the day, we're actors who grew up with a dream, and then we're so grateful for Immortal to give us this opportunity. Thank you, AMC, so much.
Yeah. Hey, look, and Bailey, man, y'all have fun wherever it is that you guys are filming season 2, because I know y'all like to be secret about that stuff. But have fun. We look forward to seeing season 2 of Interview with the Vampire and see how you progress from where you left us. And yeah, to everybody else that is online, thank you so much. I hope you all stay tuned to check out the finale of the Mayfair Witches. I know I'm going to be watching this, and thank you for your undying support and love these last couple of months. It really means the world to us, and we hope that you will be with us on this journey as we create this immortal universe with more exciting characters, more exciting stories, and we grow bigger and bigger from here.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys. Okay, we're going to be heading off the live now.
All right, baby. Well, you have fun. You take care, and we'll catch you on the flip side.
All right. Bye.
Take care.